Hello, hello. Welcome back as always. Today, I'll be honest, we have quite a large video in front of us. You can see I've got a bunch of cards put away, but some of these stacks, like LOONA here, are absolutely massive compared to what I usually put away. So we're just going to get right into it. We are touching basically all of the binders today. And as always, or at least in my current habit, we are going to start with LOONA, and we have some old cards and some new ones. So we're going to start with the old, since that's the smaller set of items to put away, and that means we get to bring out the old LOONA binder. And in fact, we're going to be putting something on this very first page, starting with this lovely Kimlip Polaroid from the Line and Up event. And my intention has kind of been to have these old Polaroids in the front page. These very pretty little stickers that I have always been intended to be like fillers. So I'll have to figure out what to do with her, because I still like having this in my binder, but for now she has to go away so we can make room for the new Kimlip Polaroid, and that means we're gonna have to get the Jin Soul at some point soon. Not a whole lot left to fill this binder besides XX. I would love to have that done by the end of the year, but we are, at time of recording, almost in October, and so I'm not sure how likely that is. But one of the few things we had left was this Go On Midnight Festival PC from their Midnight Festival concert. And she was the last one I needed to complete this set. So she just slots behind Jin Soul. And now one of my few OT12 sets, or I guess in this case OT11, since Hustle wasn't there, but we do have the group card, is done. And then also in the concert card set, we have this Cherry Jin Soul from Looniverse From, and I'll just slide this in here so you can see the kind of hollowy back. And then I'm still missing a Jin Soul here. We'll get that eventually. And then last for this binder are a couple non-album, non-concert-y things. They are these two holo cards from the Summer Concept Zone. And I think that's the vibe. There still are a few like older pobs that I wouldn't mind getting. But really at this point, the main thing is that Jin Soul Polaroid and the two Kimlip XX cards. And then the like old LOONA era will kind of be done. We can consider this binder complete at that point. But then of course we move into the current post LOONA ARTMS era, and we have quite a bit to put away. Quite a bit. Although a lot of these cards are very thick, so it's a bit deceiving. Originally I was just collecting Kimlip for the Odd Eye Circle era. But as time went on and we saw that the photo cards for Doll were pretty much non-existent, I decided to go back and fill in and just do full Odd Eye Circle. It's such a pretty card. And so at this point, I actually have all of Jin Soul complete. And I'm still just working on getting a couple missing Cherry cards. And if you can't tell, I moved Heejin to the reverse side. So then we have Cherry. I have to flip back to this side. Like so. Missing this one, 207. And then we have 209 and 210, very pretty, and 212. So that means I'm missing 211 for Cherry. 211 and what was it? 207? 207. So this one I think is the hardest one to get in general, but you know, I'm pretty close at this point to full Odd Eye Circle, and I'm officially done with Heejin's album K. We finally tracked down 219. I don't know why this card was so hard to get, but I guess it doesn't matter at this point because I have it. And then we've got a full set of Kim Lip's doll photo cards from the Object Music album version. More on the concept card side than I know some people would prefer, but beggars can't be choosers. It's better to have some photo cards than none at all, so that there's not like a weird gap in the eras. And then we have Kim Lip's Odd Eye Circle tour card, and I also just recently got the Jin Soul and the Cherry from that tour. Now we've got, like, look at all these full pages I've got now. Just a couple little gaps. And then I also have this from their more recent tour as full ARTMS. And since I don't want to pull out a new page just yet, I'll just slide Kim Lip back over here. I'm going to try to get the full, like, ARTMS grouping, but I'm just going to be kind of slow about that. They're out there. I just haven't made it a huge priority. And now we're in like all the pobs, and I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pobs to deal with, and probably a few more than 8 spots. To start off, we have both of these, which are from the Odd Eye Circle Cafe event from last year. And let's see, I think I'll do this one first. And that one. And then we have this very cute Kim Lip Pob from Doll Era with a raincoat, and looks like, yep, it's Make Star. I didn't join almost any goes for their pops this era. I did join for this, but pretty much everything else I had to buy afterwards from people's extras. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so then both of these are from the ARTMS Cafe event. I forget if it was K-Town or just something else entirely. But I did also join a go for this, one of the few. Love Kim Lip with her orange hair. And then this one, I don't remember. Does it say? Oh, this is also Make Star. This one I bought secondhand just because, I don't know, there's something about her threatening you with a gun in Korean, like, army gear that made me laugh. Then this is, I believe, FLNK. Yes, FLNK. There's also a Japanese one for FLNK that I'd really like to get. But since it's Japanese, that might be kind of tough. And then last but certainly not least, I just recently got this. This is a Tower Records event photo card. They went to Tower Records in Shibuya, Japan, and did a whole bunch of, like, basically a little mini fan meet. And I guess they took some photos, and if you bought the album, you could get the little Instax Polaroid. Super happy to have that. I love Tower Records. Can't tell because I got all those Heejin Tower Records pops. I'm kind of a sucker for Tower Records items. Alright, and that is finally it for LOONA and ARTMS. Now we move into our youngest group. This is Triple S. I collect Dahyun, and I think I am complete for the Girls Never Die era. So we have 301, 302, And then on the back page, there'll be 303, 304, and the out of order 322. That's because this card was announced later. I've become a more and more a fan of S with each release. In a little over a year, they've basically gone from not on my radar at all to kind of like my favorite group of this new gen. I still can't believe we're in 5th gen, but so it goes. But yeah, so at this point, since she doesn't have any activities on the horizon, all I'm really missing is her second assemble card, 208. Hopefully I can get that by the end of the year and we can be all caught up for 2025. Now we've got our second big group, which is Aespa. There's basically 2 complete eras in here, but we do have a few old ones like this Savage card, finally finishing Savage. Surprised it took me that long to get that Savage card, honestly. And then we move into Drama. So this is Sequence B. And then this is the Drama version, the very hard to search for Drama version. Next we have the Giant version. And the Smini version. And that, I believe, ends it for Drama. We are done with the Drama era, except for the retailer exclusives, your Targets, your Barnes and Nobles. I'm not getting the Walmarts just because I've had too much trouble finding any of them. So I just decided I don't need them. We'll get the slightly easier to get ones. And then we have, I think basically, again, except for retailer cards, everything from Armageddon. The entire era, including like Japan and I believe Target. So this is the Super Being version. And then we have the My Power version. And then the Authentic version. And then Zine A. And Zine B. I kind of forgot that they had a music video that involved corn, because when I first saw this card I was like, why do they have corn? It's very strange. But that was one of their like weird pre-release songs. And then this would have to be the poster version. And then on the back side, we're gonna have the Smini and the Japan Giant version. Or no, Giant was Drama. It's just a Japan version. Who knows? I think Giant was the version they had the last Japanese card in. That's probably why I'm thinking about it. Okay. And then, like I said, we also have the Target card. So I'm just going to put that here. I probably need to reorganize this a bit. It's been a minute since I've put stuff in, because here's like other Target cards and stuff. And then I need to put in a new page because we have Aespa's Japanese era to put away. Hot Mess, which I actually really enjoyed. You know, when they announced a Japanese comeback, I wasn't sure if I would collect Hot Mess, but I did really enjoy the comeback, and I got a really good deal on all 3 album versions plus 4 official photo cards, so I was pretty happy with that. So then these 2, I don't remember exactly which one is which, but this is either the compact or the poster version. And same with this. And then we have the limited. And then this is the Tower Records exclusive card, which surprisingly is a signature back. I guess for Japan eras, they've started doing signature back cards, so they don't really look so much like POBs. They're more like, you know, Target cards where they look like the real deal. So there we have it. Hot mess. Again, we're finishing a lot of Aespa eras in this video. And lastly, we have a couple POBs. Not a big POB collector, but I do try to get the unboxing versions when they come out. And so these are Ning Ning's 2 cards for the Armageddon unboxing event. And I think I'm just gonna put these in the middle over here. Or nope, that's the wrong page to be doing this on. POBs are on this page. Again, I'll probably move some of this stuff around later. But yeah, so Aespa, a lot put away, and just in time for their new comeback, Whiplash, which it does seem like there's not going to be a whole lot of cards to collect. Fingers crossed. But they only have like 3 versions, and we don't know how many cards are in each of those versions yet. But okay. Speaking of things we're finishing, we are actually going to finish all of WJSN The Black, an album that I spent basically a year and a half trying to finish. I started it as a very casual collection, and it became a more serious collection as time went on, and I had such trouble finding some of these cards. But we got everything now, starting with this Sola card. Sola is my bias in WJSN. We don't always talk about Sola on this channel, so, you know, just want to inform the potential new viewers. Then we have Bona in the blue version, as I call it, black, blue, and white. And then a white version, Bona. Then we're done with Exi and Unso. So all we have left are the unit cards. So these, I believe I set up in like kind of like an age order. So we've got what I call Unit 5 with Unso and Bona. And then Unit 6 with Unso and Exi. And then in the blue units, we have Bona and Sola. Then we have Sola and Unso. And then Unso and Bona again. And then only one white unit. It's again Bona and Unso. So there we have it. All of My Attitude by WJSN The Black is done. Now all that's left is for them to announce some sort of comeback. I would greatly appreciate that. So then we have some sequence cards, and then we have the Sola solo album, which I only am collecting the main photo book cards for. There's also the envelope version, but I just decided not to get that just because it looks really nice to have this wide A5 6 pocket. So we have this card, and this card, and this one. Quite happy that we had at least one WJSN activity this year, especially since it was, you know, my bias in the group. But I'm always hoping that we will get a full group comeback at some point. Probably not this year, but, you know, maybe for their anniversary next year. Who knows? Try not to be too delusional, but I gotta hope. And then I do have one last thing. It's not a photo card, but I got a new one of these like acrylic tickets for LOONA, and it's actually the hardest one to get. It's the Odd Eye Circle by Hana Vibara for their LOONA Studio event. Not an easy thing to lay your hands on. So And especially was not expecting to get it for as good a price as I did. Truth be told, these can be quite expensive, but I did not have to pay a huge amount for it. So now there's only one more Odd Eye Circle ticket I want, and I believe it's in these outfits. I believe it's the Meet and Up version for just Odd Eye. So that will be my last one to try to hunt down. Oh my goodness, this binder. As so often happens, my binders, they fill up before I even realize it, and then I've got a very full binder. But I guess on the bright side, with the exception of Aespa, there's not a whole lot to put away that is known about on the horizon. I would like more ARTMS stuff, obviously, another ARTMS comeback, maybe another solo album, Hostel, Kimlip, Jinsol, Cherry, any of them. If they want to do another solo album, I very well might get them. But yeah, quite full. I think I might need like a thicker D-ring of these wide A5s if it keeps growing at this rate. Okay, and now for one of the smaller updates today, we have the Twice Momo binder, the increasingly pink, if you didn't watch that video, Twice binder. We've got a pink binder, we've got sparkly pink sleeves. It's all very Momo coated, and I've got a much smaller stack of backfill to work on. So it looks like we are starting with Taste of Love. Oh yeah, I need to swap sleeves, so take out the clear sleeve and we'll slide her into the sparkly pink sleeve. Like so. And then looks like Feel Special, which goes right here. And then we're quite a ways in the back because now we're in like Heart Shaker. Yeah, right here. So we've got both Heart Shaker, Merry and Happy cards. It was kind of fun, since it's been a while since I've had old Twice cards to collect, to go back and backfill like this on Mercari. This stuff is so cheap on Mercari Japan and so plentiful. It was fun to, I don't know, just like have something that wasn't like the most sought after to collect again. Kind of like when I first started this collection. Everything was just so plentiful and available. So yeah, so now for the moment, we've quote unquote finished the past eras for Momo. And then we have MiSaMo. I really love this album, but boy is it a pain to collect, because here we are over a year later and with a second MiSaMo release on the horizon, and I still have only 6 Momo cards from this era. We've got these 5 and this one, which I pulled in my album. You know, I'm really hopeful, based on the album details that were released for Haute Couture, that this will be an easier album to collect, especially the normal version. The normal and the Once Japan do seem to share cards, and you get more photo cards per album in the Once Japan version, so hopefully that will make it easier to collect. On the flip side, there are way more unit cards than in Masterpiece. I was really hoping JYP would not do any unit cards, because that really, like, one, it devalues the units as PCs because nobody really wants them, and it really increases the value of the solo cards because that's what everyone wants. So even though there are 6 cards in this normal version, it has taken me, again, over a year just to get 5 of them. And there's still one that I almost never see. I'm committed to at least trying to collect haute couture, but I'm not super optimistic, I guess is how I will put it. That is all we have for Momo. A little bit more than we usually have when we're not like in an active era. And there is apparently another Twice comeback on the horizon, so we might have new cards for the front of this in the not too distant future. And then there was Solgi. I used to start with Solgi, and now I end with Solgi. You know, you end on a bit of a high note, I guess. And we have, you know, this is probably the third most stack. You know, ARTMS / LOONA was the first, then Aespa, and now we have Red Velvet. I am fairly caught up. I still have a couple small gaps, but we're working on filling that this time. We're done with Chill Kill, but we are most of the way for Cosmic. It's just, I think, the later revealed versions that I'm missing. So we have this from the photo book, the Midnight photo book. And then this should be the Cosmic Hotel version. Let's see, this is definitely the Sminny. I remember that. And hey, if I'm wrong, I'll fix it later. And then what goes where? Which one's which? I don't know, but I think I'm gonna do like so. These are both poster versions at the very least. So we'll fix them later if I'm wrong, but right now we're just going off vibes. And I think the colors kind of match, so that's good. All right, and then we're in older eras, starting with, or maybe we're starting and ending with Got the Beat. Yeah. So this is the Got the Beat Sminny, which I just sort of skipped last time because I was doing I was in just a normal A5, so I was doing a 4 pattern. But now that I'm in a wide A5, I figured I'd do more of a 5 pattern, and I'm actually going to move these cards further out. We'll put the Sminny in the middle. Go like so. And then we'll just put a filler there. Boom. Let's revise this just a little bit. Because I'm all about like patterns on the back, and I didn't really like how that looked. There we go. I think that looks much better. Okay. So that will do it for Solgi album cards. Now we move into Wendy cards. We are finishing Like Water, the last Like Water card I needed. Very nice. And we are both starting and finishing her Wish You Hell era. So I have 6 cards. I decided not to fully collect Wendy since, well, 1, I do a wide A5, and 2, she's not like my main bias. She's one of my biases, but I thought it would be nice to, I don't know, just do something a little different. So we have this card, which I believe is package version, I want to say. Who remembers? And then this should also be the same version. And then these two are maybe the photo book. These could be the package too. Bad fan over here. Sorry. I don't quite remember. But I do remember that these are from her QR version. So her in some cute glasses. And then her making a cute little pose. And then when you flip it over, it has this nice little pattern. That's sort of what I was going for with my whole collection idea. One of the other reasons I decided to do 6 instead of, what was it, 8? because there are only 2 QR, but 3 of the others. So yeah, so there we go. So now I'm all caught up with Wendy. Supposedly Irene's going to have a solo release in the next couple months, so we'll see if I collect that to match Joy and Wendy. And we're almost done. This is the very last binder. We're still in our Red Velvet era, but now we're in non-album stuff. So starting off, we have a holo card, one of my, main collections for non-album for Seulgi. I love these little holo cards, but that's all I got for that right now. Then we have some pobs. We have this very pretty pob. I believe this is the unboxing version for Seulgi. So just slide her in the back. Why there? Why not? And then we have Chill Kill. Just slide in here. And then I guess I need a new page for a couple more pobs, unless I want to be lazy. And I think I do. I think I do want to be lazy. I'll just move a couple of these around. Unlike sometimes, I do have the pages. They're just in another room, and I don't want to go track them down. But this is her Mumo Pob for Cosmic. And then this is the Make Star fan sign card. Kind of like with ARTMS, I didn't really join pretty much any goes except for this one, the Make Star one. Just sort of figured it's something I can catch up with later. It gets a little fatiguing to be part of so many goes. And then the last 2 cards we have Seulgi's Light Stick card. SM finally gave the Red Velvet girls and pretty much everyone else at SM cards for their Light Stick. And then we have this, which is from one of their AR ticket sets, which was the last AR ticket set I needed for that little mini collection of mine. And that, as they say, is that. That is all I've got. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for watching my video. Sorry that this one was a little delayed compared to my last storing video, but hopefully the fact that it was kind of giant sized will make up for that. If you did enjoy the video, I hope you'll help me out with the usual YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all of that fun stuff. And I hope to see you all again soon in the next video. So long.